Okay, in a quick way, I want to go very deep on the track lists of my new album, The Declaration of the Apocalypse. I want to speak very clearly as much as possible, yes, because I have no mic, to, or whatever. It's just all with a normal camera. Anyway, so I want to go very deeply in the track lists of the album, the songs, yes. The album is released in one video also. The deluxe edition is also released in the meantime, yes, in one video. Okay, let's go right into it. But before we kick off, I will say that the Phoenix and the Fireflies, because I must be quick, because I have a 30-minute time frame to speak about the songs, yes. But to give a little intro, yes. The Phoenix and the Fireflies, the album that I did before this one, that was released in March. That was normally intended to be the last album, but I was so annoyed, about the entire situation, what's happening on this world, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, that I wanted to express, to let my voice be heard one more time. And then I came up with some. I wanted to go much deeper into the topics that I think about on the last albums, yes. But I wanted to make one more album, yeah. And so the Declaration of the Apocalypse is the final album, yes. So then I came up with some track titles, and I made the front art cover first, yes. And I want to do, I must say, the album is like a kind of theatrical kind of style, yes. So totally different than what I did before on the last albums, yes. So it has a kind of, I want to approach the album in a humor kind of way in some of the songs, yes. So that the album is not too heavy, because as I will explain what the songs are about, yeah. But it's all based on the art covers, yes, because I started to record the album, and especially when the front art cover was done. In the meantime, I did the back art cover and some additional art covers, art photos that is inside the case. I posted video about it already, about give you a little tour about the album parts. But the album is based on the symbolism, on the art photos, okay. So yes, the album has a kind of a theatrical kind of style, okay. So anyway, so let's then go right into it. So Chaos and Protest is the first song. I wanted to start the album not with a song that is a kind of in a dark way, because I go very deep in the rabbit hole, so to speak. Yes, so I wanted to start it with a kind of in a positive way, to give some hope, yes. So to say, look, there is more to life, than we are being told, yes. There is a bigger picture, yeah, to look at, about the reality, So I want to keep it, I want to go very deep, yes, but I want to have it very, how would I say this, short, briefly, so to speak, in that way. So chaos and protest is a kind of that humanity standing up, yes, starting to standing up, not enough yet, but starting to get it, you know. And anyway, so but that song is to give a glimpse, you know. There is more to life, and to give some hope, yes, because of it. Yeah. Okay, then we go into the second track, The World in Quarantine, because I have 12 songs on the album, so I must be quick, you know, if I wanted to have it explained in 13 minutes. Yeah. So The World in Quarantine is a kind of, you could say, the current situation, yes, but also about the bigger picture. You know, if you look at the bigger picture, yes, for example, there are we kept in quarantine in general, you know, for the last since the fall of human higher consciousness? Are we kept science then in a kind of quarantine situation, you know, by forces outside this planet, you know, even beyond the frequency we are in, yes, the higher frequencies, or is it some entities that keep us in that lower band of frequency, yeah, because everything is vibration, to keep us there, it's like it's a kind of advantage for them in a kind of way, for whatever reason. Of course, everything is energy, yes. So they feed maybe from lower energy fields because we radiate energy, you know. And fear is one of the energy, you know. So and everything has a color. Also, every frequency has its own color. Yes. So to speak, you can see it as a kind of a tune. You know, everything has its own sounds. Yes, yeah, and you can add it with an. It gives it radiates a color. To see it in that way. Every tune has an own color, to say it in a briefly way, yeah. So, but yeah, maybe there's there's maybe a lot of reasons why we are in a quarantine, but for sure, you know, that I know of is, you know, the attitudes in general. We cannot go somewhere where it is peaceful, you know. But anyway, we could not go there anyway, because if you look at the frequency, you know, it's too much of a difference. You cannot enter there, you know, with that kind of attitude. The frequency we are in, although within our world we have also higher frequencies, you know, but within that you have people like me who radiates higher in the kind of way, but still just low enough to be here, you know, to see it in that way. Okay. But high enough you have a connection, you know, with the higher frequencies. You know. So, but anyway, so I get a little bit off here. But The World in Quarantine, you know, that song is just about how we kept in a quarantine situation if you take the bigger picture here. But still, that song is not yet going in deeper in the darkness. It goes more with from starting from track 3, Paranoia. We go much deeper into that, because that's that song is about yeah, we are manipulated anyway, you know, through media, through whatever, you know, also by frequencies, you know, technology. So people can get paranoid by it, by such situations, but also about just of disinformation also, yes. So that's a kind of about that song, yes. To say it in a very short way. Yeah, but it's one of the songs that I must say I want to have to approach it also in a little bit in a funny way. Yeah, it's not to laugh about, you know, any of it, you know, of the songs, but I want to keep it very serious. But I want to have, like I said, in a theatrical kind of direction, you know. Okay, a little bit with a humor kind of approach, yes, to make it less heavy, you know, the album, yeah. And then, okay, from Paranoia we go to Privacy, you know, that on its own is also very interesting. It's track 4, Privacy. To say it very short also, we gave, without knowing it, you know, we gave our privacy away, you know, on the net, you know, for example, also, it's, you know, you cannot enter, for example, a site, you know, before you give you have options, yes, but you must agree with it, you know. So there's a lot of talk about it also on the TV and so on, in the news and whatever, because of some issues, you know, that happens. But yeah, but again, you know, if you look at the bigger picture, you have many dots that connects with each other. So from different topics, but everything is connected. So privacy, yeah, we give in a more easy way our privacy away. It's like it is already been used, you know, behind the scenes, but in a kind of way, it's like we give permission, you know, because now it was without our permission. Now we must give our permission. It's like in that way. That's my feeling of it. Yeah. So there is no. So if you not agree, you cannot enter that's the opposite of it. You cannot enter the site, the website. You know. If you agree, you go. Okay, you have some options. You can decide what can be given. You know, of your information of yourself. You know, but you must agree anyway. So then you can enter it, you know, and then whatever happens, you know, you give it away, your privacy, you know. So that's what I mean. You give you sign it. You have signed it, you know, the agreement. That's what I mean about privacy. Not only that, privacy, you know, when you go outside, you know, eyes everywhere, cameras everywhere, you know. So you are filmed everywhere, you know. And that's if you take there is an art photo that you will see when you look the video, you where I give you a little tour of the album arts. There is an art photo. It's like a kind of the head photo for the album. You see the pyramid, and the smaller one is separated from the pyramid, you know. And you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Those entities, those forces unseen, you know, they are well hidden, so they can do anything. Doesn't matter. There is no system in place to fight these, to do something about it, you know. You know, like I said, our governments, and you can look the other way, this way you can discuss the situation, you know. Facts are facts, and you cannot change that, you know. The truth is the truth, you know. They can do anything about it, because I have to say, you have good people in this government, I know that, you know, I know that, but they are also limited. If they want to make a positive change in a big way, they are holding back, you know, holding back. And some people doing creating policies and you know, to make people difficult, you know. it's because of that small power that above the pyramid, you know. You know, they are pulling the strings, you know, they are the ones, okay? And you have agents below the system. In the normal layers, you know, of the control system. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you think you are protected, for example, because of some policy that is done, it doesn't matter. You know. There is no system in place in the normal structure as we know it, you know, of governments and justice and so on, to fight these unseen powers, you know, because they are unseen, you know, so they are not known. So it's, you know, for me it's very obvious, you know, and even beyond that, you know. But yeah, it's a very difficult situation, very difficult. Yeah, I can only come up personally for myself, you know. I do my best to help others and so on, and I want to keep a balance, you know, but a balance, yeah, but I am very strong, yes, for myself also, yeah, in the first place. So because if nobody want to open their eyes, nobody stand up, I can stand up for myself. That's the only thing that I can do, yeah. So, and everybody can do that for themselves also. The more people they do in that kind of way, the more we can connect with each other, you know, and it will be one big force, you know. So as a group, yeah, it's always stronger, yeah. But anyway, yeah, privacy, yes. So, no, it's like, you know, we keep it away, you know, without knowing it. Even there are policies, you know, policies that are in place, so to say, to protect us, you know. Anyway, then we go into track 5, Toxicated, because my time is running, yes. I have a 30-minute time frame. I am very close now, so or getting close to halfway, I think, halfway maybe. So Toxicated, track 5, is the first song that I recorded, yes, I think beginning of April or the end of March, but it was the first song that I did, and also as first single release, yes. But Toxicated is about, you could say it's a personal song also a little bit, but also in general we are, yeah, I must say, misled by information, yeah, through the media and even through technology, you know. Think about the chemtrails in the skies, for example, certain food, drinks, whatever. But that's the other part. That's the other part of the song. The other side of the song is about personal. Is a kind of to give you a very brief example. For example, when you are awake, you know, when you starting to see the bigger picture, you know, and you know what you are, your origin, because that's very important. Origin, your true origin, what you are is not something the past. No, it's still here. It's forever. It's eternal. Okay, that's what you are. For example, if people have an experience, they always say on the other side. I say just this: the higher frequencies, yes, of reality, you know, of existence, you know. The higher you go in frequency, you know, the more absolute. To say it in that way, you know, to feel whole, yeah. So that's why the last song absolute, but we will get there. But it's like you are complete, yes. That's what I mean, you know. So the unconditional love, you know, you must feel what know what that is, you know, beyond that name, you know, you must know what it is. So, but people have a near-death experience. They go there, they come back, suddenly, it depends on their situation, but suddenly they feel like very sad because they were pushed back here because they must do something to complete their life mission, so to speak. And that's the same for all of us, of course, yes. But still, they feel, I know that, they feel not very well that you are back here because of the huge difference between the system there and here. Here it's more illusionary, false. It's like an upside down world, here. So yes, I feel sometimes like a toxic idiot, like I want nobody have no interest to stay here. It's all based on false belief systems and it's a slavery system, So of course, when you know that, some people say, oh, it's the reality that it will be always like that, So these people are in a dream world state, So that's what I mean. Yeah. So yes, it's also like a personal song. Yes. Okay, to go further. Yeah. The Scientist. Track 6 is just one moment. I want to. Oh, la. Okay, 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes left over. Just enough, I think. We are halfway. I want to go quickly now. The Scientist, I want to also, like I said, I wanted to approach it with a humor kind of way, and The Scientist is the most funny song on the album, yeah. So The Scientist, is a kind of, also a little bit of, especially in the next song, yeah, it's more about my personal experience, but The Scientist, you could say it reminds me of my own experience, also. It's like I have another life beyond this one. You have the bigger picture for everyone, yeah. But I have in this life, it's like there is another side of it, that I have kind of recalls, memories of it, not fully. I can do a regression, but to find out more. But I know I have memories of being somewhere and even out of body, remote viewing. But that's for the next song. But The Scientist, yes, is then you have good people, you have bad people, with bad intentions. But The Scientist, is it gives you a little glimpse, to the unseen, yes. But I wanted to have a funny approach with that song because it's the most funny song on the album, the most funny song on the album, Then track 7, The Moon, is about a personal experience, It's about, even I have all these, even I have still a lot of memories, that I have, what I am doing there, It's being out in space, you can be out of body, can be remote viewing, can be physical. I can say this almost as a fact, to be the physical, in a kind of way. Because when you are in a certain way out of body, you have also still your physicality in a kind of way, yes. But I mean, just physical, maybe, being up there, and not alone, but with other people, yeah. It's like a secret program, so to speak. Yes. So yeah, it's very interesting, but sometimes I have a lot of experiences that I even explain, on my channel. You can see that. But yeah, especially because the song calls The Moon, because I am not for say not that I know of, that I've been actually there, but near the moon. Yes, I saw the moon from a distance, not from here, but from, I couldn't say, maybe out of body, remote viewing is sometimes difficult to know the difference, but it was the most clear experience that I had, you know. And I saw the moon when going at the right side. I saw the moon behind the moon. I saw the sun behind the moon. You could not look at it, you know. With, I saw only the left side, below, yes. So the lower side of the sun, yeah. Pure white. The sun is pure white, yeah. So it's not a fireball, yes, okay. So anyway, and then I went back to the moon, the front of the moon, yes. So I saw very interesting stuff, not for sale, but it's just tiny bits of lights here and there, like a glass or crystal structures there, you know. But I told about already that experience on my channel. You can explore that if you want. But the moon is about that the experiences. So a little bit in general. So then we go into the next one. Track 8, the wicked ones. You know, it's the same thing about the control structure. You know, the education system and all, to false belief systems, yes. Yeah, and then but it's one of my favorite songs, yes. Then we go very fast, track 9, 404, simply, you know, it can be information. I want to find information, but it's unknown. No, you cannot find it. Unknown. It's not to be found, yeah. But that leading up to what I want to try to say, that information can be deleted, you know, for some reason, yes. It could be, yes. It could be from whistleblowers or very important information or whatever. So that's symbolizing that with 404, yeah. Then track 10, Sparta, is a kind of inspiration from the movie 300, you know, a kind of, yes, okay. But from there on, it goes a little bit more positive, you know, less heavy, yeah. And but it's a nice, like I said, that song is one of the most theatrical tracks on the album, yeah. Then For the Sake of Humanity is track 11 again. It's to say, people, open your eyes, you know. For the sake of humanity, open your eyes, your mind, open your eyes, you know, explore for information, you know, for the sake of humanity, you know, we must do that, you know, is the only way, yeah. That leading up to track 12, absolute, you know, that's what I mean, you know, to feel the absolute, you know, that's what I mean about my battery is very low, and yeah. Anyway, so I want to leave the album in a kind of with a hope situation, you know, and you will hear there a robot voice, also a robot voice, my voice, but in a robot way, and also my natural voice in a kind of way, you know. So that meaning to balance technology with being human, you know, and also in a spiritual way. But I want to leave the album not in a big way, but, you know, to give some hope. There is in the song I sing, everything is over, corruption is over, everything is, it's like something has happened, you know, everything is destroyed, we must rebuild again, but now we are aware, you know. So that's what I mean about that song. So now we are wicked up, you know. We can restart over again. So the absolute is meaning about that we are whole again. Yes. Anyway, so yes, so that's what the album, yeah, is about. What I've explained it, yeah. So it's okay. So that's it. I have nothing more to say. It was my last effort, you know, as a singer-songwriter. The 7th album, yes, is the last one. So. Okay, so the next project will be going back to instrumental music, making, but that's more for later on.